everyone, Sarah here. Welcome back to another video tutorial here at Mrs. Lincoln's Inkin. Today we are going to make this little pouch, and the one that we are going to be making today is going to have a Valentine Day theme to it, because Valentine's Day is just a couple of days away. So this would be a very cute last minute be my Valentine, let me give you some candy idea. But obviously this could be used for any kind of occasion. It's super cute. You could hold, I have licorice in here, you could hold pixie sticks, you could hold pretty much anything you wanted. Pencils, pens. It's just a really cute little pouch. So let's go ahead and get started making this today. First, what you're going to need is a piece of DSP, and for this project we are going to be using the new, sorry about my arm there, the new tag topper punch. So with this project, because we're going to be punching through multiple layers, it's important to use just DSP because the punch won't allow you to punch through numerous layers of our regular cardstock. So the DSP that I'm using today is the Strawberry Slush, and it comes from the In Color 12x12 paper pack, and it has this nice little chevron design on one side, and then when you flip it over it has kind of like, it reminds me of our Fancy Fan embossing folder. It's super cute. So this piece needs to be cut at 6 by 7.5. And we need to grab our trimmer here, not to do any cutting, but we need to do some scoring. And I find for this project that it's easier just to use the trimmer. So what we need to do is, with the 6-inch side on the top, we need to score at 4 inches. And then slide it down and score at 2 inches. Just like that. So now we have our 2 score lines right there. So now what we need to do is flip it over, so our 7.5-inch side is now at the top, and we need to put this in at 1.5. Now we need to take our scoring blade, and right here on our the arm of our cutter are measurements. So we need to put our blade, which has this nifty little point right here, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, has this nifty little point right here that shows you where you are on the measurements on the arm of the trimmer. It's very, very nice. So we need to put our little notch right here on our blade at 2 inches, and then we need to score down to 4 inches. So essentially, if you're using the Simply Scored, what you need to do is you need to make that score line in between that 2-inch and that 4-inch score mark that you made before. So you just want that little score mark just right there. So now we're done with the trimmer. What we're going to do is we're going to fold in our score lines, making sure that you have whatever pattern you want facing out. So I want the chevron pattern facing out because I'm obsessed with chevron right now. And then fold this in like this. Get my bone folder here real fast, and there we go. Okay, so now where you have the little score mark that you made in between the 2 and the 4, that needs to be the top of your project. So we need to take the new tag topper punch. It's fabulous. I love it. And you have a 2-inch gap right here. So you can't fit anything in the punch that's wider than 2 inches. So our project today just fits in there. So we need to slide this all the way in until it doesn't go in anymore. And then we need to punch through all the layers. Get the trash there out of the way. And so look at how cute that is. Oh my gosh, love it. Okay, so we need to open it back up. Now in the middle here, we need to take our paper snips, and we need to cut on this score line up to this score line. Makes it kind of hard to see here. So this score line up to this score line, and then this score line again up to that 1.5 inch score line that we made. Just like that. So now you have these 3 separate things right here. So now what are we going to do? We are going to fold it down. Just like that. So now you have that little peekaboo of the back design of the DSP. How cute is that? So now we're going to flip it back over so it should look like this. Reminds me of a castle. How cute. And then we want to put our adhesive. So for this project, I would strongly recommend the red sticky strip because you're going to have candy or pencils or whatever you want going in and out. But the trick here is that we only want sticky strip right down here on the bottom of our left panel. So let's just place that right down here at the bottom. And then you want sticky all on the right side panel. So just down here at the bottom and all over the right. And I normally just do 2 strips of the red sticky strip because it does hold very well. If I was using snail adhesive for this, I would just load the whole thing up with snail. But 2 strips of red sticky seems to work out quite nice for this project here. Just snip those off. Alright, then we're just going to take the red film out. And I found, for me personally, using my paper snips and putting it right under that red film right there helps lift up that annoying red sticky right there. Okay, so now what we want to do is make sure that we fold our left panel over first because that has the sticky strip just on the bottom, and then fold over our right panel. If we were to fold it over the other way, it wouldn't open. So there, how cute is that? And then there's our little pouch. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so now to make our tag, what I'm using is the Crazy Mixed Up Love Stamp Set, and I'm using that adorable little bumblebee that says, "Be Mine." How cute. And I'm going to get a piece of scrap Whisper White here and my Stays On ink. I'm just going to ink my stamp up here. Put it right here on my cardstock. Perfect. Get my Stays On out of the way. Now I'm going to take the large heart punch, and I'm just going to punch this out. Perfect. Then I'm going, and actually, you know what? I don't like that. So I'm going to do it again here. I'm going to punch it. Trial and error, trial and error. And then, geez, got that on the side there. Let's try this again. And I'm going to kind of put it on an angle because it was cutting out my, there we go. I like that much better because it was cutting out my wing on the other one. And I didn't like that. So there, that's what it looks like now. Cute. Alright, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Crop-A-Dile, and Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell this anymore. I still use it though because I like the hole right there for the hole punch. And I'm going to punch a hole right here in the corner of my heart. Just like that. You could absolutely use your paper piercing tool or you know, another hole punch that you have. I just like to use my Crop-A-Dile. Then I'm going to take the 1/8 basic black taffeta ribbon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it right through that little opening. Cut this off here. So you just have a little bit of ribbon here. And if you cut your ribbon at an angle and then fit it through any hole or opening that you have for your projects, it makes it a lot easier. Then I'm just going to see the size that I want it here, and I want it to hang down a little bit farther. And then I'm just going to tie a basic knot. Maybe. There we go. So move that down a little bit and then tighten my knot. Perfect. Get this out of the way here. Trim off my little tails. Just like that. Perfect. Then I'm going to take a dimensional here, if I can find it. Cut this off, put it on the back of my little tag right there, and then stick it down. And then I have my little Be Mine there on my pouch. Then I would just take my 2 licorice, and or whatever I wanted to stick in there, stick those in there. And there you go. Cute little licorice pouch. How adorable. So here's this one, and then here's this one that I made earlier. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Until next time, happy inking!